What is up, everybody? Man, so I wasn't going to stream today because I did not get much sleep last night, but I was like, fuck it, let's not be lazy, and just gonna play some NA. Also, I'm really glad I did the 1 to 3 star thing yesterday, not today, because if I tried to do that today, it wouldn't go very well, because that was stupid, and yeah, 4 hours of death. Anyway, yeah, we might do some dragon here. Let's see, what do we need to do on this account, though? We still got a million buff quests that we need to do, because we're behind on that. But, let's see, I guess to be fair, we have to get rid of as many invites as possible. So, alright, we'll do a few dragons, and then we'll do a few buff quests, and then we'll do some dragons again. I do really like seeing people's accounts, so... I'm not gonna do Horse Bindo and you until I have Babbage leveled on that account, for God's sakes. Because he'll be good for that fight too. Because she's an assassin, you can take out her health bars pretty quick with the NP and the crits that he can do now. And then he'll also hit Horse Bindo some, so I think Babbage might, I'm not sure, but he might make the cut. Hell, I might do double Babbage, but we'll see. Hell, we might end up though doing Mori for Lee, you and Horse Bindo and Mothman. We might have to use Mori for all of them. He's like, if you're doing fucking 1 to 3 star units and CEs and ain't nobody grailed, Mori is about the only way you are going to quickly break like a health bar on turn 1. You don't really have a lot of other options for doing like 200k unless they are certain classes, right? If they happen to be Saber, you could do Billy, obviously, with his battery and all that. Like, there are other options, but for a lot of, like, extra classes, like you're fighting an Avenger, or you're fighting an Assassin especially, things like that, you don't have a lot of options other than Mori. And there's a lot of Assassins right now, so... I'm just glad that I beat the damn thing at all, because that was a mess, dude. Fucking Medea! By the way, the only reason, like, the amount of value we needed to get out of Mori there was not reasonable. Why would you expect to get that much value out of a 3 star with a 3 star craft essence? Like, you don't, right? That's normally not necessary. But it was necessary because Medea has a butter knife, right? You thought it was a Noble Phantasm, but it was actually kitchenware. Like... Can we get a buff? But no. We got a buff Ku and Herc again, right? They're the ones that needed the buff. Okay, let's see. I don't think I know who that is. The main thing is you just want people you haven't used yet, right? Medea damage indeed. Okay, actually, I'm gonna do one stage here just so it updates my friends list, and I gotta do it anyway. And then we'll use, you know, whatever's at the top and so on and so forth. Hey, at least she won, though. Man, this guy is so ready for the Boudica animation update. Jesus. And I would say the buff, but let's be real, her last buff was pretty lame, which I'm not... Dude! I kind of let that one fly under the radar. I don't know why. What the fuck was her last buff? Man, like, you know, Babbage is over there getting 100% crit buff, right? And making 30 stars. And Boudica's like, I heal for 2,000, assuming that unit takes damage, in which if they don't, I actually don't heal at all. Like, what? Like, you know... I always say Boudica's a bit better of a unit than people think. Not that she's amazing, but like, you know, she's a bit better than people think. But she could easily have gotten a bigger buff than that, right? Like, holy... Like see, Babbage's buff, you know, fucking massive. Herc's buff, fucking massive. Ku's buff, kinda big. Not massive, but pretty big. And then Boudica's just like, yeah, I can heal people a little bit, maybe. Yeah, but even the guts isn't that good because it doesn't last that long, and then like the cooldown, and like there's other units. Normally, if you really need to give guts to someone else, you're probably going to bring Asclepius or something like that. Where if you bring her, you're mostly bringing her for her other things in her kit. And then normally it's so common to use the guts on herself anyway. Now sure, it's obviously better to be able to target it, because sometimes you're like, oh no, I already got the value out of her, I need to save this other guy, right? Like sure, but if it was a targeted evade or invulnerability, it'd be so much better. Like, it'd be so much better, because then if it's like an AoE NP coming out, you're guaranteed to save that unit and stuff like that. Yeah, probably still better than Kiyohime's buff, but that says more about Kiyohime's buff than Boudica's. Oh, she's NP2 on this account, nice. Not an art unit though, although I guess I don't really have an art writer on this account, because I'm pretty sure I skipped... Wait, has Good 3 even happened on NA? I don't even oh, I guess it... Okay, no, I do have them. I just haven't leveled them yet. Apparently that did happen, okay. You know what? We'll use George. Fuck it, it's George time. We'll give him Golden Sumo. There we go. Level 100 Golden Sumo. That's what I'm talking about. And, I don't know, I guess a Rosh. Just clear out some trash mobs, and then, Not the right card type, but should be good too. Music's not on random, I can tell because of the song. Do I need bond on anything? What's my bond on Beowulf? Not that it matters at all, because you'll never use his bond CE really, but oh, he's pretty close, damn. I might as well bring him then. But yeah, I had to wake up pretty early today, and I knew in advance I'd have to wake up early, but at such short notice I'm having to wake up early that there was no way to get my sleep schedule set up. It was like, well, I'm gonna have to wake up way earlier than I'm comfortable with. If I go to bed really early, I won't go to sleep anyway, so I just didn't get much sleep last night, unfortunately. Thankfully, it wasn't sleep apnea nonsense this time, though. Although that doesn't really make me feel any better today. Boy, yeah, really need that, that Arash NP for these 12k Onis. Were you talking about like Reddit Q&As or something? Chat, what the hell are you talking about right now? I don't... Hey, everybody gets something wrong about the game mechanics at some point. It's just, It is really easy for like a Q&A thread to just have completely false information. I remember this was a long time ago. This was well before NA existed, so the player base was tiny. Well, the English-speaking player base was tiny. And I remember when people would ask about, do extra attacks benefit from the first card bonus? And you would just get so much mixed information. It was nuts, dude. Good times, good times. Wow, their stage was so... Wait, what was the second wave even? I guess Arash killed it. How do I have no NP gain on George? What? Was all of his art cards in the third hand and I guess the deck got shuffled? Trying to make George hit things over here. I guess I could do the art up to just get more NP gain. I just want George to NP. That's all I'm wanting here. Not really happening right now. Boudica NP though. I like how Medusa can NP if she wants to now. Oh yes, what's weird is there's actually a YouTube channel that this guy dedicates to showing how much crazy shit you can do with Herc without his Bond CE. But yeah, some people think Herc is bad without it. What's interesting to me is the truth is a lot of times people use his Bond CE when they actually don't need to, and he's just straight up more effective without it. I should have saved Boudica's NP because I could have arcane right there. Okay, you know what? This is actually a Medusa setup. Her NP is totally art. And this is definitely a Roman. Oh my god, her first skill's not buffed yet. She, wow, yeah, she doesn't give the crit bonus. She doesn't give the Roman damage to everybody. That's unfortunate. Dude, what happened though? The fuck you game, it must have been like all no George cards until the third hand or something, and then the deck must have shuffled where the second set, the art cards were in the back as well. Because George just went forever with not getting an NP gain when he's, you know, he's actually got decent NP gains. Either that or on the second turn I just forgot to click them and I just clicked the Rosh's Stella and that was it. Hey, oh shit, the boss didn't die there, although we don't have the attack buff from Boudica anymore. And we don't have the attack buff from the Mystic Code anymore, but we're doing it anyway. Don't worry, you'll get George cards on the next solo. Yeah, hopefully a George solo though. Got him. Only George had a higher attack stats. I also hope I legitimately want them to give George an upgraded NP. That way, he'll still mostly be a tank and about utility and stuff, but if you do NP with him and get a little bit more punch out of him, you know, why not? It wouldn't make him overpowered. But if you made him a better tank, that might be too good. Where if you make him a better DPS, that's just a side gig, right? So it's no problem. Alrighty, let's see here. Guess we'll add everybody we can fit here. And remember, if you want to be used for the dragon, whatever unit you want has to be in the all slot. Lancers are always bold. I like the people that put up Lancers though. It's a whole different like benchmark that we have for them, so it's pretty interesting. I see that level 99. I remember a few of these names, but we'll let it slide. Alright, off we go. Well, looks like it's not the best command codes for this, but NA does not have free respecs, so not unreasonable. She's AoE, she's neutral. Obviously, that puts her at a very different, like, you know, her barometer is way different now. But we see how she does. I guess, does she want Atlas? Let me think. She doesn't have any hard survival, so I don't know. Maybe default. Yeah, I think default. If she had a hard survival skill, I would say 100% Atlas. But because she doesn't, I feel like we'll die sooner without a hard survival from a Mystic Code. Wait, I can use invulnerability from Atlas. What am I? Look, I'm sleep deprived. I don't know where I'm going with this. So basically, it's the attack up versus healing an extra time. They're gonna be pretty comparable against each other anyway. But no, Atlas is probably better. Chad, I'm just trying to teach kids that getting proper sleep is important. So, how much FP did I give you yesterday, by the way? I don't know, sometimes it doesn't all show up at once, especially if you logged in like during the nonsense, but I am curious how much you got. $950. Could be worse. There are kids here. Yeah, we here at Green Incorporated do not encourage minors to lie about their age on Twitch, because my stream is age restricted, by the way. Because I swear. That's literally the reason that my stream is age restricted, is because I swear a lot. So. Because no kids swear in the modern world, right? That doesn't happen. Just go to Xbox Live and you'll see what I'm saying. Okay. Might be sleep deprived, but let's see if we can actually play properly for what Mystic Code we have. I don't really care about removing his buffs, so just throw this out now. If I can double in P... Nah, we'll just use it now. Not get weird. Thank goodness for her animation update, by the way. Wow, he triple attacked and crit. That was not a great start. I'll overheal a little bit. Maybe I wait one turn. The sooner I want it to... Yeah, I'll use it now. I want it to come back. Oh, we didn't overheal. Never mind. I can't count. Well, I do agree that most children or kids or minors that swear are not doing it for good reasons and that kind of thing, but ultimately language is just a tool. I don't really care what tools people use, I care about how they use them. So if a kid or an adult is being very immature with their language, then that's a problem. It's not because they're a kid and it's not because they're using swear words, right? Like, it's just, I mean, plenty of adults use swear words very poorly, and I'm probably included in that sometimes. Yeah, I always think it's dumb in almost any context where people talk about, like, the language people use instead of the intent behind it, right? It's small brain. It's like, that's like getting mad at somebody because they murdered someone with a hammer because of the hammer. Not because they murdered someone, right? You know, if you murder someone, it doesn't really matter if it was with a hammer, a gun, a knife, or a bomb. The issue is you murdered them, right? That's the problem. Like, and people so often forget about the murder and they worry about the tool. And it's like, come on, man. Like, language is literally just a tool. It can be used for good or ill. You know, what matters is context and intent. But see, that's nuance. And we can't have that, right? Nobody wants nuance. No one wants that gray area. No one wants to, you know, have to think. It's got to be all just knee-jerk reactions and everything's black and white, good or bad. It's just... Ugh, I hate that kind of stuff. But it's very prevalent these days, so... I like that copy-paste about... like a father and his kid, and the kid learned how to throw from the streamer, right? That was pretty funny. Yeah, I've heard that Thick Caster's got good interludes. If I ever get her again, I might not burn her for the 30th time, just so I can have access to those. Hey, was it Rombler Tan? Is that right? Thank you for the tier sub. The tier ones, I cannot think clearly right now, and I decided to stream. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. See, doesn't that sound genuine? I appreciate it, right? It sounds so genuine. Anyways, I do appreciate it, so thank you. Okay, we're almost dead already, which is not great. I guess we heal here and hope for the best. Red knows what's up. I mean, just like everybody else, you know, I use whatever at the top of the list, so... Well, it may not have been the same writer that wrote the interlude and stuff, so... But yeah... Argartha did not do really anyone within it justice in terms of writing and whatnot, so... Yeah, Pinth and her, I think, are way better in everything but Argartha. Now, the thing is, to be fair, although actually this only applies to Pinth, so really it does kind of suck for Thickcaster, but, you know, Pinth is warped because of the singularity, and she's not behaving how she normally behaves. Where with Thickcaster, that's not the case. So yeah, that was just bad writing, so great. I wish we had the heal boost command code. That'd be very useful for her. Agartha is just bad. It's just bad. Only my first skill had come up one turn sooner, I would have blocked the burn. I wonder if I get lucky if I could somehow squeeze out one more NP. If I think I can, I should art, because when I heal a little bit more. Man, look, we're 2 turns away from our other heals coming back, and that would let us live a bit longer, but I don't think we're gonna make it. We can live 1 more turn. There's a tiny chance we could live 2 more turns. I'll go for it. We'll see if we can pull it off. Try to get as much value as we can. She's not performing super well, but she's not performing bad either. Generally, AoE units at neutral here don't do, you know, too phenomenal unless they're a really abnormal unit. She's doing alright. She's not shaming herself by any means. She doesn't really have the kind of kit that you would want for soloing, even if you are AoE. Ugh, not looking good. I was really hoping he'd like double buff there or something. There's very little. If we live this turn, we'll live yet another turn because our heals will come back, but it's not very likely. At least I get rid of the dodge here. That'll totally save me. Yeah, he can attack once, but then he'd have to double buff. Buff, 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 you bastard! God damn it! Well, I mean, honestly, I generally say if they get into the 700k range, I'm pretty happy with an AoE unit at that point, because, yeah, it's tough as neutral AoE. Yeah, he triple buffs sometimes. He buffs a decent amount. He buffs more than a lot of things. He wants that NP damage. Didn't we already test them here? I feel like I'm pretty sure we already tested them here, and it did not go well in the slightest. Was it the same person? If it's a different person, we'll give them a go and see if they do better. But I think it was even this person, so I feel like if I see your name again, we'll just let you put something else up. But yeah, we tested them just the other day, so we'll do the second option here. Oh boy, Frankenstein. So not at neutral, but still AoE, and then also you're not exactly counterclassing either because Berserker. She doesn't get as much out of Anniversary Blonde as most Berserkers. She's not going to live long enough for Atlas, so I guess default again. I hope she has stun immune CC. I haven't been looking at people's accounts. Sleep deprivation, by the way, it's like my favorite part of all this, and I haven't been looking at their accounts. God damn it. I blame Rex for this. Unsubscribed. They triple buffed, are you fucking kidding me? Why is there anti-stun on her art card? I don't like this decision. Overwhelmingly, I think it should be on Buster or Quick. I really don't like that on her art card at all. And maybe in a team setting, it's because you're using her art card to try to get her NP, but a lot of times you get her NP from like battery units and stuff. I don't care for this decision. I mean, it's better than it being on nothing, I'll say that. I'd much rather have the anti-stun on something than nothing, but having to use an art card is really awkward here. I would like to not kill one of these. I'm guessing that choice though is because of team play and just favoring the art card to try to get the NP. Because like maybe they don't do battery stuff and use waiver and all that, so. Or they do sometimes, but they don't like using waiver that often and stuff. Because, you know, I don't use waiver very often, so. Like, no Stargin to be had here. Damn, I was hoping it would live. Man, this is annoying. I guess I do... If only I'd gotten the art card in the last turn, because like that last turn, because we were fighting the golems, didn't matter as much. Because if I was gonna do my art card on the same turn as my NP, I don't want to do it before my NP. That's just terrible. I really don't want to use the, let's see. I don't think I should have done that, because this is a really crappy time to do the attack up, because I'm not doing normal cards that are really going to benefit from the attack up. It's not, I think it's very unlikely that she's going to live 5 turns. That's actually more damage than, because like, obviously putting the art card third would have been best, but I wouldn't have the stun immune, so. Really good AoE damage, though. Give me those crits. I think both App Media and Game Press have the same problem. They're trying to act like there's some authority on these games when they're being like managed by and run by people that only kind of play the games casually. Like, they don't cover just FGO, they cover a bunch of games, and so they really aren't putting that much, you know, testing and effort into their stuff, and it's just, it's not great. Yeah, they have generally pretty surface level information, which is, especially to me, is useless. And a lot of surface level takes end up being wrong anyway, so... Not really going for my NP at this point, because I think we're just gonna get more damage now doing BBB. Especially because we had those crits, so... I don't know though, why she had the buff, maybe we could've stuck another one in there. Okay, we're gonna die before it's NP, so I might as well evade now. Woo! The luck in the RNG on these crits though. Not bad though, honestly, for 4-star AoE, you know, 4-star Berserker. You know, Berserkers normally do a bit better than people at neutral, but AoE still affects them, and so yeah, pretty impressive, I would say. Not that, you know, obviously there are other Berserkers that do better. I mean, plenty of Berserkers can actually beat this, but you know, a lot of people think she's one of the worst units ever, where that's definitely not the case. one turn off though from getting our thing. So if I had known he was gonna buff like that, we could have saved the evade, and then we could evade now, and then we could go another turn, and on that turn we could NP again. So she actually could have gotten quite a bit farther than this, because then we could have also potentially stunned. So hell, I tell you what, if she's super upgraded, and especially once NA gets more command codes, if she gets lucky, I think she could solo this. Absolutely, you're gonna have to get lucky, but if she's 2k foed, good command codes, level 100, NP5, you get lucky, I think she can do that. Like, definitely. You would have to get fairly lucky, though. Your win rate would probably be like 15, 20% or something, but I think that's doable. Okay, that's something different. Okay, we're neutral AoE again. This is like, I always like this stat range because this is very normal for someone that cares about the unit, but is not a whale and isn't like their favorite unit ever, right? You know, NP2 to get that first big step up on damage, and level 90 and 10, 10, 10. So it's like, it's not like some level 100 NP5, you know, 2k foe, all that, but this is like making a unit really solid without putting in a huge amount of effort into them, but enough effort that you obviously really like the unit and want, you know. It's for gold units, it's like a really nice, like, legit stat line, if you will, like 4 and 5 stars that are in P2, 10, 10, 10, you know, that's kind of on par with like somebody that it's like the average player can get that, but then they also care about that unit, so they put a bit more effort into them, right? So it just kind of represents average damage, I think, well. What does she want to use? What does she have all of her buffs on NA? No. She doesn't have any of her buffs on NA. Oh, joy. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to look at the accounts. Excuse me. Yeah, she doesn't have either of her buffs yet. That's, I guess they did do both of her buffs kind of back to back, and that wasn't that long ago, so I guess it makes sense. We're not really doing account reviews, we're just looking at their support list, for God's sakes, but we might... I'm way more willing to do an account review if somebody in my chat is just like, hey, I'm kind of new to the game, or I'm not, you know, I'm not that far along, or I could use some advice or whatever, and then I'll probably do an account review. But I don't want to just do account reviews because, like, for showing off, right? If somebody actually wants like advice on what to level and wants to know like what's worth going for and whatnot, and like, yo, Green Man, can you do this? Then yeah, I'll just do it. I don't need channel points or anything like that. But I don't want to. I feel like if you just do them for people to flex, it's like, then what's the criteria to even do them, right? And I don't want to do them all the time. Okay, let's see here. I didn't have my thing up. I'm actually using my checkbook now to block the stats. I didn't have it up in time, but I didn't actually look, so it's fine. Well, because I know this person did not have her in the all slot originally, was their second pick. That's probably not 2k foed, so I'm not gonna guess on that. Let's see, who's Max Grailed? No one on this list is Max Grailed. That's gonna make this hard to figure out who's 2k foed. Oh wait, no, the writer, they're 100, so, and they were the first one, so they're probably 2k foed, but is anyone else 2k foed on this list? I'll guess Robin, but I feel like if Robin was 2k foed, he'd be level 100. What? Let me see, what level is his account? 137, so it's not super, does not get played a super amount. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if it's only them and no one else. Yeah, they're 2k foed. Is Robin? Nope. Is literally anybody. Let's see. Who else is Grailed? I'm guessing they are just saving their 2k foes, or it's somebody that's just not on the list at all right now. Okay, well, off we go. I have no idea what to go with. I guess I might go Anniversary Blonde for her, especially because she doesn't have her buffs. Nah, we'll do Atlas. Can't even loop with Castor. Oh, and Merlin. Actually, he probably can. Actually, I know he can because it's Merlin. He can actually loop without anybody's help. He's a strong, independent man. Or half demon thing. Like he can NP without even using an art card sometimes. Like he can loop his NP without an art card. It's pretty dumb. Takes a minute, but yeah, once he gets the ball rolling. But even if you don't get the ball rolling, you get art crits and stuff. Like yeah, he can loop really easy actually. Okay, so man, why can't she have her buffs? God damn it. Also, why can't it be why can't dragons have gender? Because then we could charm them. Yeah, he has a passive NP gain passive, and then you could give him what you call it, Prism Ilya or whatever. And then you have his NP effect, and then that's 3 passive NP gains. And then his NP obviously means you're going to NP again sooner, so you're probably going to have 2 of his NP effects, and then, you know, it gets out of control. Prisma Cosmos, yeah, whatever. Dude, I am so tired. I've noticed this, and maybe it's just because of sleep apnea, and I've been getting bad sleep very often, so I'm like in sleep debt. But man, when I get a bad night's sleep, it affects me so much. It affects me so much. It becomes so much harder for me to do anything. It's very annoying. But that's probably because I'm in sleep debt because of sleep apnea. But one of these days I'll see a specialist, but kind of need, you know, COVID to stop. Sadly, there is no way to get diagnosed with sleep apnea, like officially, without going to like a doctor at least 3 or 4 times, especially if you have some allergies, because you can't just go to a specialist, and it's a very long and obnoxious process. And the state of my city is kind of insane right now. And then did I not okay, so I think I didn't taunt with Leonidas because I'm out of it, and they just double crit Arash, and Arash almost died. That is, that could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone so much worse than it did. Not that it went well, but, Are you fighting Shiki in CCC? I mean, it really wasn't that lucky that she didn't get hit, because the golems have a 50-50, and then they also have a chance to not attack in the first place. So, it's, you know, there's luck involved, sure, but it's not, that is... Like, it really, with the amount of actions and everything, it's like, it's not really that rare that one unit goes 1 turn without getting hit. That's nothing, too wild. Shame I couldn't make more stars there. This is why Atlas is nice, though, because then you make Star Bomb, and then you crit with all this stuff now. Which is really nice. Dude, I am so happy with that Hercules video I made. I'm bringing that up because of the music, but I've liked Hercules for a really long time, and it's been so hard to make a good video for him because his gameplay is so ooga booga. But I actually found something that took effort to solo, and it interacts with his kid in an interesting way. And, it was before he got buffed, and then it was also thematic and everything. Like, I was so happy with that video. Like, that's why I play FGO, man, is getting to do stuff like that. Good memories. See if we can get some crits in here. But see, now I have to, because Hurt got buffed and he's so much stronger now, I have to make another one. I have to at least make 1 more Hurt video. But then it also has to be worthy, right? It can't just be, you know, brain dead and I'm just, you know, like, it's gotta be worth the shit. So, I don't know, maybe a Zeus fight or something someday. Story replay win, by the way. She's not doing so good, but we'll try her again when she has all her buffs. Or maybe we just try her on JP sometime and see how far she can get. I think she can get into like the 700k range. Play right, get a little lucky and all that. Maybe even a bit farther than that. We'll see. And she doesn't even have command codes. Like, she's very vanilla right now, so she's not doing too bad. But this is what I was saying with Martha, how Martha was actually doing quite well. Because you don't just show up here AoE and neutral and get super far. It doesn't normally work out that way. If Red is ever at the top of the list, Angra is going to get destroyed. I'm just saying. Does he have his buff on Nene? I think he does. That was a while ago. I was hoping she'd get a little bit farther than this, but not looking good. We could live here. We'll get the attack down. If the attack down lets us survive 2 hits, maybe. But if he crits, we're dead. And we may not survive 2 hits. Yeah, the dragon's not having it, man. He's not a fan of foxes, apparently. Wow. Well, she actually did survive a crit. That tells me, though, if he had just attacked twice, she would have lived. If he had just done 2 normal attacks, she would have survived. So that was rather unlucky. So she probably could have gotten a little bit farther, but not that much. If he crit a bit less earlier, too, would have helped. Okay, Drake. Boy, Drake's gonna do pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Haven't I seen this account before? I'm pretty sure I've seen this account before. The question is, can I remember who was 2K vote? Isn't it like Scath and Oki? I think it's Scath and Oki. Let's see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I have seen this account before. Okay, nope, no, I got Scath right, but it's not Oki. Is it anybody? Get off the screen, God! No one else is, there we go. Oh, no, they are max grailed. I didn't see the extra star thing. It's delirious, by the way. Oh yeah, we did this stupid Oki solo that took like 35 turns or something. Nonsense. Yeah, nothing to really say about that support list, because we've already seen it. Himika is like a goddess thing. She's weird. Like, she basically can kind of take the form of whatever she wants, and she kind of just chooses to look that way. She's like a demon god thing. I forget the exact details. It's probably gonna kill. If I'm gonna kill, then I might as well hit the one at low health. Daughter of the Demon King of the Fourth Heaven. That's awfully specific. But yeah, she could like shapeshift and stuff, so she just chooses to look that way because she thinks it looks good, pretty much. She's kind of like the whole Curse of Wisdom type character because she's so smart, it like ruins her life. So she tries to turn her IQ off a lot. And she has 2 things that she can that both make her super smart, and if she uses them both at the same time, she's like smarter than the Moon Cell, which is really messed up. Do we Buster Chain or do we Art? I kind of want to Art actually and see if we can use our third skill and just go again. That's fine. Yeah, when she first came out, I was a little mixed on her, but she's pretty cool overall. I mean, I remember when she first came out, I was like, okay, whatever. And then I looked into it a bit more. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. And then I saw that she killed Kiara, and I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. So then I like read her character material book, and I'm like, okay, she's pretty cool. Hey, look, we loot. Okay, this time I think we do the Buster Chain because we got the crits here. As I've said like 80 times now, I will solo with whatever is at the top of the list, so. Because if I randomly, you know, oh my god, would you like to crit Drake? Anyway, you know, if I can't, you know, if a million people ask me to do it out of order, right? So if I say yes to one, you have to say yes to all of them, and then you can't do that. Fucking 80%, by the way. Well, we're definitely not surviving to the NP, so I might as well use this now. Give NP gain. Not really liking the crits right now, at least we got that one. Dragon, I need you to crit me. Preferably twice. Okay, no, not that, but okay, there you go, that's a good start. Now hit me, yeah, there we go. So I think I made a slight misplay on that one NP where I did NP Art into my third skill into NP BB. I should have saved my first skill for the NP BB one because that was the attack that would have hit the Buster Chain and everything, and that one had crit. Well, it had a crit. It could have had crits, but really? You know, I'm actually curious now, because we've never used a really upgraded Drake. Actually, I've never seen a really upgraded Drake, because this is not a really upgraded Drake. I actually see some real potential there. We obviously did very poorly, like our damage is crap here, but that's because she's so unupgraded and the RNG was crap. But because she can, you know, got that battery skill and she makes stars and stuff, I see some real potential there to go a lot farther, like a lot farther. Like you get some command codes in there and everything. I could see her actually doing pretty well. I hope someday I can test a proper one, because that's one of those times where you can see something like getting exponentially better than like its performance, right? Like I can really see some potential right there. Alright, I think we might have done this account as well. We've certainly done Aussie already. Yeah, I need to find a system for like not having the same people pop up all the time, because it's like that's not fair. We've got like 60 people that went in a lot of the time, so let's see here though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have used this account before. Well, I guess Coolter is 2K Fode. I'm gonna have to skip this one though. I hate to let someone wait that long and skip, but we've already done Aussie. Like we've already done like 100 Aussie, so there's not really any point. If I see them again though, I'll let them pick a different unit if they want to do that. We'll just do the second one though. Yeah, I'm trying to just, you know, keep things, you know, moving, if you will. Alright, well, definitely gonna guess Raiko's 2K Fode, because that's, you know, the all slot normally is. And then it's between Ivan and Lantoria. Let me move my thing here. Okay, Ivan is in P3. That makes me think it's Ivan. So I'm gonna guess Raiko is 2K Fode, Ivan is 2K Fode, and if anyone has like partial 2K Fode, it's probably Lantoria. Wait, I just saw the other Raiko. Hold on, because the all slots Raiko, I think this guy's like a big Raiko fan, so it's probably Raiko, then Ivan. That's probably what it is, if it's anything. See, I kind of forget that kind of thing because I don't do that, if you've noticed. People always ask me, like, why don't you have a Grailed caster coup? Because I have a Grailed coup. And between all the coups, I like regular coup the most. So why do I need a Grailed Caster Coup when I have regular Coup, right? And like I like Mordred, but I don't really care about Rider Mordred, right? Because regular Mordred is the same thing, but a million like Saber Mordred is the same thing, but way cooler, right? So I don't care about the Rider one because it's just a joke version. So like I'm sure people, I hope someone knows that by now. I really don't do the thing where I just like, you know, use the same character in every variant. Like I normally use the one I like the most. Now there's exceptions, because sometimes an alternate version of a character is still really cool, but a lot of times I think alternate versions of characters are just like a watered down version of the thing that I like, so I don't really like it that much. And Mordred's a good example of that. I really don't like Rider Mordred because she's just a joke character, right? So it's like, I like Mordred for what the character actually is. Anyway, so we'll guess Raiko, then Ivan. Let's see if we got that. Okay, she's only partial. That's I'm guessing then she's partial, and then the other one's 2K foed, and then no one else is. Because probably hasn't gotten every 2K foe ever. So that then Ivan's probably gonna have none. Yep. Okay. What level is the? 146. I'm surprised it doesn't have more 2K foes there. Didn't play enough for the 2K foes. Yeah, it happens. That's how a lot of my ult accounts are, so fair enough. Because, and never mind having ult accounts, you know, if you just have other priorities and other things you want to do, it's like, a lot of times it really is just too much of a pain in the ass to deal with all the, bullshit in every event ever that... Because you have to normally clear the events pretty thoroughly to get the 2K foe items, so... I mean, I really like Caster Coup, but I like he's identical to Lancer Coup in personality and everything. He's exactly the same, except Lancer Coup is just cooler in terms of his abilities, and he's the original version, and his hair is better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I don't have any hate for Caster Coup. Caster Cou's cool, but when I want to use Coup, I want to use Lancer Coup. So. And then Proto Coup is ultimately a different character, obviously similar and based on the same legend and everything, but it's a different voice actor, very different design, different characterization, although similar. But oh look, Proto Coup is the other one that I did grail, and I do use this a lot, so. There's nothing wrong, though, if someone wants to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna grail and use Nero and Nero Bride and Caster Nero, and you know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm probably in the minority of not really doing that kind of thing. But because I am the way that I am, and I think the way that I do, I kind of forget that if someone like really hypes one version of a character, they probably really hype the other version of the character, right? I actually can't think of any that I do that for, though. I guess Kentucky is the closest. I do think his Rider self is just way cooler than his Berserker self, but his Berserker self has really cool animations, and character-wise, they're not that different. Let's be honest, the main reason is the hair. Like, you know, the Rider Kentucky's hair is a million times better. Yeah, I guess Karna, but I don't grail either of them, really, although if I ever did... The thing is, if I was ever gonna grail a Karna, it would only be the Lancer version. I could see myself grailing Lancer Karna someday. I could see that happening. I cannot see myself ever grailing Saber Karna. Like, no way. Because Lancer Karna is just the serious take on the character, and I just like him more. Now, I will say, though, for a joke character, I like Saber Karna way more than most joke characters, because, you know, boxing is cool. So, and I would say, see, with Martha, she's... You know, I do like both versions of Martha, and they're both useful, and they're also very different in terms of, like, their usefulness on a team. So I oftentimes do level them both, although I only have Ruler Martha on one account. But I would, in terms of grailing, I would probably only ever grail Ruler Martha, because, again, boxing is cool, you know, back on point here. Because, yeah, the Ruler one is just kind of cooler with the punch, smack. And see, I like regular Gilgamesh a million times more than Caster Gilgamesh, because they're almost exactly the same. The only difference is Archer Gilgamesh looks way cooler and is also more powerful, although that's mostly because of Babylonian nonsense. Like, otherwise they're pretty much the same. But they're literally the same fucking person, except one of them is way cooler in terms of appearance. So why would I ever grail you know, Caster Coup? Because if I'm gonna hype Gil, I'm gonna use Archer Gil, or if I want to have like an awesome Gilgamesh video, or something, you know, it's gonna be Archer Kill, like easy. And then Gorgon sucks. Medusa's a million times cooler than Gorgon. I really don't like Gorgon at all, to be honest. The voice actress does a good job and everything, but I think Gorgon's lame for a lot of reasons. One, most of what makes Medusa interesting is not present anymore. So I think Gorgon's pretty 2D and dull. And then the design is kind of dumb, and then also they went out of their way to waifu it up instead of actually sticking with they had no balls, man. They gave Gorgon a canonical design in Fate Hollow, and then because they didn't think that would sell very well, they didn't use that design, and they made a different one, and then they contrived some bullshit reason, oh, this is like semi-Gorgon, right? It's just nonsense. Like, cowards. Absolute cowards. If they had just added actual Gorgon with its actual design, instead of adding semi-Gorgon, I would have liked it a hell of a lot more, right? Just give me the brutal killer monster. That's way more... That's metal, man, right? That's metal, where semi-Gorgon is just... blech. Like, dull. And you know, Medusa's awesome, though. See, I have grailed Medusa, right? I would never grail Gorgon. Like, not a fucking chance. But, yeah, Medusa's good. Her original design is basically her NP, but all the time. That's what she looked like in Fate Hollow. That's what she turns into ultimately as Gorgon. That's what Gorgon is in Fate. The only reason they didn't go with that design, because that is canonically what she looks like when she's Gorgon, is just because they didn't think it would, you know, sell and that kind of thing. So they contrived this whole like semi-Gorgon scenario nonsense. Spaghetti monster, yeah, a little bit. Well, it's not up to DW, it's Titan Moon. Assuredly, I would think. Yeah, it's when she murders her sisters and all that. Fun backstory. By the way, Medusa's character really is awesome in Fate Hollow because, like, I'm so happy they had like that scene with her and Angra because they're not two characters you'd really expect to have any interaction, and they don't interact like naturally. It's not like they sought each other out, right? They kind of just happened to run into each other, and Medusa's having a bad moment, right? But they do have a lot in common, right? Like you wouldn't really, on surface level, you don't really think about it, but they have a lot in common. And you know, he also has to like, you know, deal with like the fact that he has a good side and a really bad side, and that kind of thing. So yeah, that was just like a really interesting scene, I thought, because it's easy to overlook that kind of stuff and not have characters interact that way. It's kind of like how they were. It's the same thing like how Fate Apoc was too chicken shit to put George in because he's also a saint, and they didn't want that conflict of like, you know, they wanted to focus on the other two saints. They didn't want a third saint being a monkey wrench, right? Where, which I think that would have been awesome. It would have been awesome to see Saint George's perspective on things in contrast to the two that were kind of spoon feeding you, right? So that's kind of nice with Angra and Medusa there. People keep saying Perseus is like Shinji, but he's not, and it's kind of weird that people keep saying this is such a good example of like the hot take just spreading because it gets like clicks, you know, it gets heads turning where the actual information doesn't, right? It's just like how like Achilles raping Pence corpse is, everyone acts like that's what happened when it's not. That's like one version that's basically Roman propaganda, but that's the one everyone goes with. It's stupid, right? Like, literally in the story where Medusa compares Perseus to Shinji, you know, basically as exposition, they have Shiro be like, yeah, it's probably Medusa just being salty here. Because, and she even admits that, where she's like, yeah, it's not, you know, she's like, yeah, he did turn the NPs back, and, you know, he was also just being manipulated by the gods and stuff. Like, it's just Medusa being, you know, kind of full of shit. Like, they have a few things in common, you know, they're both kind of, you know, I know, high and mighty kind of situation, but they're very, very different. And I kind of worry though, because the community has just kind of ran with that meme. I feel like if they flush Perseus out more, they might try to make him more like Shinji now, even though that's so against what they've said about him. and then what's like been described and stuff. Because yeah, it's like I don't get where any Perseus hate comes from. It's really weird to me, especially in like Fate, because everyone's like, oh, but everything was given to him. He didn't work for it. That argument makes no sense. That's like saying a firefighter using a fire engine to put out a fire. Oh, everything was just given to him. Like, oh, he didn't work for anything, right? Fucking Gorgons, you know, causing all kinds of havoc and making so many problems for everybody. And then, you know, something needs to be done about it. So the gods give Perseus a bunch of stuff to kill Gorgon, and he kills Gorgon, and then he gives the treasures back. Like, the fuck? like, what's the problem here? Like, oh man, how dare he get given noble phantasms? It's just kind of silly. And then, like, now I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Perseus at this point though, because originally there was a difference between Perseus and Proto-Perseus, right? Just how Artori and Arthur are different characters and stuff. But I don't think they care about Perseus enough to want to actually make two fleshed out versions of him. And because Proto-Perseus has gotten into the public eye more, and that's kind of the one everyone thinks of now, I think they're just going to use Proto-Perseus as just Perseus, and he'll be the same in both universes now, because I just don't see them wanting to do it any other way. Either that, or they will use Proto-Perseus for FGO or whatever, and maybe have some throwaway lines to there is another Perseus, right? And you'll just never see that one, right? They might do something like that, because they've done that a million times. But I do think a lot of the stuff that they had said about Perseus, they're probably going to throw out the window, and, you know, they're kind of just going to start from scratch, and then if they pull from anything, they'll pull from Prototype. But, yeah, the stuff Medusa says about Perseus are not even remotely objective, and they're not supposed to be. That was kind of the point of that scene. And she even admits that, you know, she's kind of biased there. But, I mean, why wouldn't she be? Dude killed her and used her head as a weapon, so, I mean, generally aren't going to be too happy with that situation. Sadly, I don't think they're going to use Prototype for what it originally was, right? I think they've already changed a lot of stuff from Prototype to kind of just fit into what they want to do. It's like, oh, hey, we could use this as an opportunity for this or that, right? Instead of actually showing the original idea of Prototype, which is a shame, but it's their IP and they get to do whatever they want. What they described Perseus, though, in Prototype quite a bit. The character material book actually went into his character quite a lot. And he's actually pretty damn interesting in my opinion. Not exactly a role model by any means, but why do I not have my NP? Oh, we have a guts thing. Shit. Boy, that is not a unit I would have expected that on. I think I do this because I should have swapped those cards around. But anyway, because if I can crit next turn, that's actually really good. So it's not really that bad to do this turn. The only way it would be bad is if I also did not get my NP there, but thankfully we did, so no problem. Holy crap, the dragon is so out for blood right now. I guess we just hope the shuffling of the stars goes well for us here. Normally Atlas is really good, but I don't think Atlas is going to be good here. I think she's going to die too fast. And honestly, Proto Merlin originally was not gender bent. There's no way to 100% confirm that, but there's just no, like, they absolutely did that as a retroactive thing. Because nothing in the original stuff pointed to that, and Fate Prototype used to not be Fate Prototype. It was Fate Stay Night, right? And I don't think when they switched from Prototype to Fate Stay Night, I don't think they changed Merlin, right? I think that was something that just stayed exactly the same. And then just retroactive, like, oh hey, this will be cool if we do this, right? Like, I don't think it just doesn't make any sense, right? Because if you look at overwhelmingly, the difference between the original Fate Prototype and Fate Stay Night that we got, the biggest difference is Prototype is way closer to the original Legends. Way more so. It's still very much anime, of course, but everything's way more, like, grounded, right? It's way more, almost typical, right? Just look at Gilgamesh's design from Prototype to Fate Stay Night and things like that, and Arthur being a dude and all those things, right? It's way more, in line with, like, what one might expect, you know. So I don't buy that Merlin was originally going to be female and then they switched it to male, right, for Fate Stay Night. I don't think so at all. I don't think Merlin had a very fleshed out design to begin with, just because, I mean, he didn't in Fate Stay Night. When they did Fate Stay Night and Fate Hollow, Merlin was not very fleshed out. He was, you know, someone they mentioned a few times, you know, when he was seen off screen, but he didn't have a design, didn't have a voice actor, didn't have really, you know, clear-cut, you know, design. It was, you know, it was like, yeah, he's a prankster and that kind of thing, but that's like all you really got. And so I think that's the state he was in for Fate Prototype as well. He didn't really have a design. He was just like on an off-screen thing, and then they kind of retroactively like, oh man, wouldn't this be, you know, surprising, right? So I you know, like I said, it's their IP. They get to do whatever they want. I don't really like that they have been doing that with Prototype though. Have instead of kind of showing off what it was originally and seeing the contrast. Because Prototype's really different from Fate Stay Night, but they're kind of just making it like an extension of Fate Stay Night now, which, I don't know, it's just kind of boring to me. I think it's kind of cooler the other way. But again, it's their IP, they get to do whatever the hell they want. But like, you know, if you look at the character material books for Fate Prototype and the OVA they made and everything, there's some really obvious differences between it and Fate Stay Night. And there's obviously similarities too. But I like those differences, and I kind of want to see that fleshed out, you know, and have it be what it is. But, so yeah, we're going to probably die before we get our second skill back. That's unfortunate. Can I get my NP again? This is really tough for her, though, because her job is being a pure DPS, right? She's kind of like, you know, Lancelot, right? Saber Lancelot. It's all damage, right? She's all about the go. And she can truly get a lot of damage. But, you know, the only thing she has in her kit that's not damage oriented is her debuff removal. That's it. So it's kind of, she's, you know, her, obviously damage is rewarded in this scenario, clearly. But, being a Lancer and being pure damage, there's just no way for her to, like, really show off, you know, that burst damage that she can have in this kind of scenario, so. Because she's doing worse than Taiga, for God's sakes. Although Taiga is single target, to be fair. And now that I think about it, I actually see why they went with a Gut CE, because, I mean, I don't know, it's intense. The one extra turn got us another MP, but we would have MP'd a turn sooner without it, so it's almost exactly the same, I would imagine. So it's probably not bad or good. Pretty much just neutral. Yeah, you know, honestly, at the last second there, she ran it back a good bit. Getting to 900k as a Lancer is totally respectable. That last NP did really run it back, I would say. Because I think Taiga made it to about 930-ish, didn't she? And Taiga is single target, so honestly, that's actually quite good. Like, before that turn, it was a little, but, that's not bad. Well, that MP is in all kinds of legends all over the place. That's kind of why everyone and their mother has it at this point. Let's see. I don't think we've done this one. Oh god, NP1, that's gonna be kind of rough. Alright, let's see, what do we got here? Well, the only thing that's even grailed is Kiara. I'm surprised you didn't put Kiara up, to be honest. But so, I'm guessing... Oh wait, Hans is grailed too. So, the question is, are you bold enough to give Hans 2k foe? I'll say yes. I'll say Hans and Kiara are 2k foe. But you are clearly, you're either, what level is this account? 144. You must be stockpiling grails. Like you must be stockpiling grails or something, because you've only grailed 2 people on this support list. Now, maybe you've just coincidentally grailed a lot of casters and you can only slot the one caster, or you've grailed a lot of extra classes and you can only slot the one extra class. So it's either you're stockpiling grails, or you have, I would guess you've grailed a lot of extra classes over grailing a lot of casters. That seems more likely. A lot of extra classes are really popular. That's like the only way I can figure out why there's so few grails on your support list here. Alright, let's see what's going on with 2K foes. Okay, like got Kiara right, which that was kind of obvious. Yep, okay, so there's the two 2K foed ones. I wonder if anyone else has any. Probably not. I got a bunch of lower rarities I want to grail, but no QP. Ah, that feels bad. You need a... Let's see, where is NA? What's your next summer event? Is it Summer 5? Or is it Summer 4? Because Summer 5 gives you so much QP. Holy crap. 4, damn. Wait, no, 4 gives a lot of QP too. No, yeah, 4's fine. Yeah. I'm getting my stuff backwards. So you're fine. Yeah, 4 has got the 4 gives you like over 500 million QP. By just completing the event, you will get over 500 million QP. So yeah, you're fine. That's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, you got to do the Summer 3 rerun, right? Which is kind of cancer, but. Was Hans double 2K foed? Yeah, I was wondering because I only looked at the health and I could see someone only doing the health and I think she was double too. Yep. Normally this is Atlas again, but I don't know. Micro Anniversary of Blonde. We're only in P1. Care more about the crits then. I'll do Atlas. Hey Cairo, what's up? We just saw someone with a level 100 2K foe Hans. It was Shadow, so you should be proud. Yeah, 2K health and 2K attack. I saw someone the other day that just did 2K health, but not the attack, which is actually reasonable, but Cairo would call them a coward, I'm sure. I am still though surprised that Kiara wasn't the one you put up. I wonder why. Although, honestly, even though she's NP1 level 90, I actually kind of expect Quetz will get farther, but that's because she's single target and so on and so forth. Well, yeah, she is AoE in neutral, but I mean, we're neutral anyway, and whenever we use someone that's AoE in neutral, you know, their benchmarks are really different, so it's not like people are expecting them to win or anything. I actually think, I don't know, I think Quetz will probably get farther just because Quetz is really good, but at NP1, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm a little worried that if I cast Guts right now, it won't go off. I think her Guts only lasts 3 turns. Let me check here. Oh, it's 3 turns, but it's a 3-turn buster up, so. Yeah, I'm exhausted, Cairo, too, but mine's because I didn't get any goddamn sleep, so I am super pooped right now. Oh right, this is NA, you can read things, that's true. Although the tooltips in this game are terrible. Like, even on NA, I would normally use the wiki anyway, because it takes no effort, and, yeah, the tooltips in this game are just atrocious, so... Crit, please? I'll take it. You know, I remember her bird being, or pterodactyl or whatever, being green. Is it different based on her stage? Or am I just crazy? It's not like I use it all the time or anything, it's just, I swear that thing was green. Yep, our, not only did we miss our guts, but we won't even get to cast it again. That is so disappointing. By one fucking turn. Well, for the few turns that she was alive, and for being in P1, I would say she got a lot done. But overall, not that good of a performance, though, to be honest. But a lot of that is because we didn't get our guts. Because if I could get one more turn, like if we had guts right now, we get to attack here, then we get to get attack again next turn. We'd probably get him low enough to be respectable. I really do need to compare her to Aussie, but it's got to be like to like, because obviously the Aussie we used was much stronger. Wait, did Aussie? I think Aussie won, didn't he? I can't remember. I know Ozzy did really well, but did he win? Does anyone remember? I want to say, I think he might have won. Which is kind of madness. He either won or he got pretty close. He won? Jesus, that's disgusting. God. Because he is single target, but he's fucking neutral, man. I tell ya, I always say Ozzy's damn good, but that really does show it, man. And then on top of that, in team setting, he gives, you know, the teammates buff success chance and all that. I will say though, if Quetz was as upgraded as Ozzy was, because he was like level 100 in P3 or something. If Quetz was level 100, she would have lived an extra turn or two, and she would have been doing more damage during those turns. So I don't think she would have won, but well, I don't know. She could have gotten that guts off and stuff. So depends. I don't think she could win, but she could certainly do better than she did there. Okay, what do we got here? So, this is a rather rare max Grailed Nightingale. You don't see that much. Doesn't look like anyone else is max Grailed unless I'm just too tired to notice. Oh wait, no, Chiron. It is so hard for me to tell if they're max Grailed or not because like that star is so small, and then I'm sleep deprived, so seeing the star is even harder. Well, I'll go with the easy guess of Nightingale is 2k foed and Chiron is 2k foed, and then probably no one is being 2k foed like for the third one right now, I would think. I really wish I didn't know about actually that star thing letting you know if they're max Grailed. It was a lot harder when I didn't know that. Wow, I am really surprised she's not 2k foed because, oh, she's level 99 too. Gabe proofs. I'm surprised though. Chiron is. I'm guessing you don't actually grab 2k foes every time they're available then. That would be why. You probably just haven't gotten enough, which is totally understandable. It's like, you know, people got lives, man. They don't want to be grinding events all the time. Also, you're only level 136. So yeah, I would say you just don't have, you don't have enough to, you probably would have 2k foed her, you just don't have enough to go around. That explains that. My Artemis is also max Grailed, and yeah, I see you can't slot that because, what is going on over here? Why is it showing that CE? That's not the CE he has equipped. What is going on? And it's black and white. That's the 3-star CE, but it's not supposed to be black and white. What is going on? Like the whole reason I checked was because I know that CE because I use 3-star CEs because I'm out of my mind. That's literally the Azoth dagger or whatever, which is a 3-star CE, but for some reason it's black and white. But then when you go to his unit screen, that's not the CE he has equipped. It's New Year's Greeting. Which doesn't make any sense either because that's a fucking terrible CE and has no stats on it and it's quick for some reason. I'm really confused. I am really confused. I feel like the reason it's showing that picture is because it's some kind of placeholder because the game doesn't know what to show. Like that's like I've never seen this before. I have never seen this before. Like that is absolutely that 3-star CE. I know it quite well, but for some reason it's in black and white and then that's not. This is so weird, dude. What happens if I click him? What the fuck? Look at this! Huh. Well, we've seen something new, I suppose. Alright, well, I think Nightingale's gonna have a really bad time, but, does she have the heal boost? She does have the heal boost, though. I wonder if I go with default, then. Let me think about this. Let me look at her kit here. If the boss was humanoid, which they normally are, it's unfortunate that that's not the case here, then I would easily go with Atlas. Because her I mean, oh my god, her anti-human skill would be so helpful. It's damage and defense, so she doesn't die so quickly. Like, 25 defense up for 6 turns, like, well, actually it'd be 6 turns with a 1-turn gap. But because it's not humanoid, I'm kind of leaning towards default so we can get the heal boost twice. However, if I use Atlas, we can simply use her first skill twice. Although its other effect is pointless, and all we would get from Atlas is the buster up, really. I think we do default. That's a hard call, though, just because of her heal being, you know, 4K. That really sucks that the boss isn't humanoid, because you could really... Nightingale gets a surprising amount of value against humanoids, and humanoids are so common. Yeah, Caligula did quite well here. I was actually surprised at that. He got very far. Wait, what CE do we have? Okay, guts. Dude, I love Caligula's animation update. I'm so tempted to grail. There's too many things to grail right now, man. I hope Tesla gets an animation update sometime, though. Because I'm grailing Tesla to 100 no matter what. Such a shame, though, that Caligula's animation update was that good, and then Boudica's was so... not good. Can she get her NP here? Damn! Man, that'd have been awesome. No go. Close, though. That's frustrating. My value, though. Might as well. I don't need to do art, so... Man, I want to do the heal boost, because I'm going to heal next turn, but I have a 50% art crit. Okay, we do this. Hope these crit. Yeah, it's very nice. And then someone's like, why didn't you put the crit in the back? 6,000. Did she just throw a bed? Yes, she did. She's like, good night, bitch, basically. It's kind of great. I don't think she's actually serious about people going to sleep and whatnot. She just takes her job way too seriously. Like playing whack-a-mole over here. Dude, imagine if we had a 25% defense buff and we were doing 25% more damage. Great. Please do not proc my guts this turn. Okay, I'm not putting the heal plus before the heal because I want the heal plus to hit the NP. Although we're low enough that that probably won't save that probably won't buy its turn, but you'll see. Ooh, never mind. Dragon Big Dumb. I could double, you know, I'm doing it. Give me that super heal. We're wasting NP gain, but fuck it. Double heal up, let's go. 8,000. If this was a humanoid, dude, she might be able to win. Because that'd be a pretty big increase to our tankiness, and then while you're at it, it also is increased to your survivability. I mean, your damage. Boy, I'm thinking clearly. 10% crit versus guaranteed damage. Probably the guaranteed damage. I could have done the... I could have given the heal boost to that heal command code and then reapply. No, never mind. My first skill came back this turn. Totally calculated. I did not realize that, I was thinking for some reason I was going to MP next turn, but I wasn't, so that's why I was saving it. But thankfully it worked out anyway. We can heal for 8,000 again, dude. Not gonna lie, this is pretty fun. Why can't he be a humanoid? We would be doing so well if he was a humanoid. We need him to buff here because of that crit. Oh yeah, we get rid of the debuff, nice. No! Why you got a crit twice in a row? What a bastard. I wanted to... Oh god, that sucks. Well, at least we have guts, but yeah, it's gonna really fuck us up. Unfortunate. We might be able to NP next turn though. Honestly, I probably should have art quick dart there to make sure. Because yeah, NPing there could have kind of turned us around. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because not only would I have healed for a fuckload, but we would have gotten the attack down. Damn. I think that's it for us. We could have gone a bit farther if I had not made that mistake there. I should have art quick dart. Because I do think we would have bounced back for a few more turns if I had kept it there. Keep buffs again, we could still hold on. Damn. Yeah, we could have gotten further there. Man, I tell you what, if he was humanoid, I think she could solo that. She probably does not want the gut CE though, because ultimately it bought us 1 turn, but we lived for so many turns. Like a defense up over that many turns probably would have bought us more, and like a damage up over that many turns probably would have bought us more. I don't know what CE would be right. It's honestly hard to say. Maybe a heal boost, you know, maybe a defense up, maybe a damage cut. I know there's one that's got like heal boost and damage cut, right? So I'm not sure what would be the right CE there. I'm really not, but it's probably not guts just because of how long it took for him to get to the guts. But I don't know. It wasn't bad. The guts was not bad. Sometimes an extra turn at a key moment can sometimes snowball into multiple turns. Because of like other skills coming back and things like that. And honestly, that might have happened if I didn't fuck up my my MP there. That was really cool though. That reminds me that at some point I must make a Nightingale video. I just must. That is way too much fun with the heal boost command code. So I absolutely must make a oh, there it is. But yeah, I absolutely must make a Nightingale video at some point. Give me a second. I gotta get water. I'm gonna need it. Okay, so I gotta give Red some credit here, because I'm always talking about how you never see the Angra. You always see people that think they're the Angra, but they're not. It's always like, you know, level 100, but then they're only 1k foe, or they're NB3, or they have some dumbass CE, like it is Bond CE, for God's sakes. There's always this fucking Bond CE. Or, you know, they're NP5, but then they're level 65, or they're level 80, or some crap. Like, none of that nonsense here. This is, spoilers, because it'll let me know what to guess, but I already know he's 2k foe, right? This is peak Angra right here, right? This is level 100, 2k foe, fucking the best CE that he can have, although I gotta give you a little bit of a shot here. That is not level 100, sir, right? And that actually matters, because it's the maximum HP, right? It can go up to 3,000, and more max HP means he can go from like a larger, what his health was to what it is thing, so his NP gets more damage, so still gotta get that NP up. But other than that, this is max Angra, right? Bond 10, that's another thing. I've seen level 90 Angras that are like NP3, but they don't have their Bond 10, right? But not peak Angra. Yeah, it's not quite peak Angra. It's very, very close. But that is Angra's meta CE, very much so, because it's more health, it's an extra guts, his third skill stacks with that guts, and it's also more NP gain, and if you're doing Angra things, you generally want NP gain, so... Hey, Fury. I was just remembering how absolutely absurd it was that Ozzy can solo the dragon at neutral, by the way. Okay, so I already know that Angra's 2k foed. The question is, who else is 2k foed? Well, I see you have Max Grailed Shiki, so it might be that. Now, I guess there's a chance that you're saving foes for Gareth, and if you're not, I'd actually be a little disappointed, but you might have double 2k foed and you're saving the next set of foes for that. That would be my guess. Let's see if I'm right here. Okay, she is, for some reason, 1k and 1.1k. I don't know what's going on here. This tells me maybe you're not playing NA that much, and you just aren't getting that many foe items. Either that or just missing a Grailed unit in here somewhere. Okay, it's Ongra time. But I am expecting Red to grab Gareth the second she's added. So, Red, what's the most damage your Ongra's done? Because I know, like, you know, you got all those things in his favor, and you're able to get his health to max, and then you get him hit by an AoE NP or something, right? At NP 5, you know, that's like the big damage. I'm kind of curious how high you've gotten it. I'm guessing like 50k-ish. Which, for being true damage, is quite good, and you can break some random gimmicks with that occasionally, though it's so hard to set up. Yeah, go to level 2 George, give him attack bows. So then he's like store. I actually need to do that. I need it because it is easier to get to. You never need a level 1 George that can have that available. I'm just too lazy to give him the attack bows. I love the laugh, man. 40k to 2 enemies each, so 80k I suppose in that case. I'm guessing that if you were able to truly min-max it, you get the CE up so he has more health, maybe you throw a Merlin in there for more bonus health. Got units in the back row with the bonus health. I was using bonus and health, that's where that came from. Anyway, yeah, you get the bonus health from that, like the Holy King CE or whatever. You could probably get up to 50k, 55k or so. Which, for real, for true damage, that's quite something. Guess we just double art, make sure we got good stuff. Yeah, what's his name? Merlin. Merlin's got that bonus health on his Buster up. If you do that on the turn, you get smacked. It actually does count. You know, I probably will make a Bennett video at some point for Genshin. I just needed to get around to leveling him. I need them to add more, you know, content worth messing around with. Okay, when do we cast our third skill? I have absolutely no idea. I think it lasts 5 turns. Let me see. I know that it's 5 turns for like the self-kill. Man, he gets 200% quick up. I tell you, man, if you can set up scatty memes with him, and you get like double scatty, and you can work in another buffer or two as well, and then you get to that final turn, and then you do quick crit with a Buster card first bonus. Like, oh man, that is massive damage. It's just, you know, it's normal card, not NP, and it's such a pain to set up. It is such a fucking pain to set up. Okay, his guts actually last 6 turns. I guess we just go ahead and cast it now. Off we go, boys. No point in NPing because the heal won't do anything. And I mean, it does damage, am I right? I mean, maybe he crits us. I'm pretty sure we wait 1 turn to cast our NP, and then we do it next turn. I'd like to get that heal boost in there, though. Ongra is such an interesting character, though. I hope Fate Hollow gets a really good anime, and they're able to. It's going to be hard to make an anime out of it just because its story structure. It's totally possible, but it's going to be tough. But I hope when they do get around to doing it, that it's done well, and so Ongra can be done justice. He's not a good person at all, but he's a pretty interesting one, and just the kind of internal conflicts that he has is pretty unique. Well, the heal plus kind of doesn't matter here. Watch this damage, though. What the hell is this song name? I think it's like Intense Combat or something. Let me look. Yep, it's intense combat. From the Amazon Princess, which I think is like a super old school RPG style game or something. Oh my god, I forgot that he stuns himself and you have to do the normal cards before the NP. God damn it, my 80% crit though! Fuck! I mean, it would have made stars, you know? I need to make sure I can NP with the heal boost the turn my guts goes off. It's actually very important. I guess I heal there too. I think next turn we use attack up. So we want to crit next turn really bad. I don't know, maybe I should have done the attack up there because I knew we had crits. We had crit. Yeah, this music's really good though. I don't even remember how I found this soundtrack, but it's actually got a few songs on it that were pretty good. Not a huge fan of this crit spread. I really need my heal boost here. Damn it. I wish the heal boost was on the quick card. I think it'd be better. I don't want to throw away a 200% quick up, but I really need my heal boost. I think I gotta do it. I hope I get to 200% here. Wait, do I not die until this turn? No, there it is. There it is. Okay. Actually, I don't really need to NP here, I don't think. Yeah, that means well, no, it's still best NP here. Okay. Oh, hey Beastly, what's up? What about Monahari? I mean, she could just use an animation update, and it's generally the issue there. If Angra had a evade skill, I actually think if you played properly here, you could potentially live forever. Especially because of the crit down, that kind of slows the dragon's DPS down over time. Ultimately, though, we're gonna die to the NP. Unless I can time the NP, I guess, with the sacrifice turn, maybe. I don't know. Weirdly enough, I have a feeling with the right command codes, they may not be available on NA, but with the right command codes and everything, and the right CE, Angra might be able to live forever here, which is really weird, but it might be possible. Oh, good old Silent Line. The older stuff right there. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of those debuffs. The issue is our third skill timing will get really weird on this one because the dragon will already have a few NP hits. The answer is clearly necromancy. Okay, now that was not good. I can double heal boost on this one. Or chaining Angra, man. Guys, he's a good unit because only good units can do 3 of a kind with their NP, right? And you'd be terrible if you couldn't do that. You know, Kidu is such a bad unit. By the way, I just like to point out, 3 of a kind on your NP is so overrated. It's so overrated. Like, it can be good sometimes, of course. But it, like, the Buster chain bonus is not that good. Like, it's nice, sure. But it's not like, oh my god, now we win 80 turns faster. Like, no, you don't. Like, it's so not as important as, like, a million other things about a toolkit. There are so many other things that go into making a unit good or bad that have nothing to do if they can do the 2 cards of the same color with their NP. Like, Jesus. 13k. Yep, that's the big damage right there. Okay, this is looking kind of bad. Yeah, he would definitely need the heal command code, the 1k heal command code mixed in, I think, to go forever. Let me think. I guess that. Atlas also might have been better, I'm not sure. It's taking way too long for us to get our 3rd skill back. Pretty long cooldown on that thing. It's a shame that I don't... If I had a heal this turn, I think it would be alright. Like, even if it was the heal command code, I think that would prevent Guts from going off, but, I don't got it, man. Also, I think that you really do need the heal boost on a quick card. Damn, that super sucks. Like, Buster chains on an NP are really good when it's part of, you know, a greater scheme, right? You've also got crit up, you're also critting, and then you've got an attack up, right? So then you got like your Buster, getting the first card Buster bonus, and the Buster chain bonus, and the crit bonus, and the attack bonus, and the 2nd or 3rd place bonus, and the extra attack thing gets the 3 of a kind bonus, right? Like, so if it's part of a greater thing, it can really add up. But if it's the only thing, it's like it's not even that noticeable. 3k damage, yeah, there's the good shit. Yeah, we're kind of doomed now. Unfortunate. Itachi, though, he's actually, you know, getting decently far, all things considered. I don't think you can really call Angra a single target or an AoE NP. It's more like a dot NP. Like, it's Robin Hood's skill, but only the damage aspect of it. Because although it does more damage per tick, it takes so much less that's kind of what it is. Well, we're gonna die to our 3rd skill now. That's kind of an oof. Is there any way we could face tank this NP? No, there's no way we can face tank this NP, so there's no point in healing here. Yeah, that was what would get him. You'd have to be able to keep your 3rd skill up for the NP, and then like every 3rd NP, you'd get your evade back or your Atlas back or whatever. But if something stops him from doing it, it would definitely be that. I should have done heal boost. Guess I can do it before the NP at least. Fuck, you got it! I keep forgetting! You gotta do it before the fucking NP, because Angra's a jackass. By the way, it's because they don't have animations for this form. That's the reason that he stuns himself. And there are ways to get him to attack in that form, and the game like freaks out correctly. Wow, we died there. That's unfortunate. Well, he actually got a bit farther than I thought. Actually, a lot farther than I thought. I thought we were gonna die at like, you know, 1,000,000 health or something, and he could have potentially even gone farther than that. I'm actually impressed. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually impressed, because if I played better, we had better command codes, they were on the right cards, maybe get a little lucky, He could get pretty far there, I think, which is kind of crazy. I probably will wrap up soon. I am just so exhausted, man. Sleep is important. The quick crit would have made him win. I did throw away 2 quick crits there over that run. All right, let's do one more. All right, what do we got here? So obviously I'm going to guess Carmella. And I guess Leonidas because there's no one else, and that's awesome. Dude, I love Grailed Leonidas's. They're so much fun. His gameplay is such a blast when he's Grailed. All right, let's see here. If I was right, you can now see their stats and everything. It looks like he's 2K foe too. Oh man, that's awesome. Yep. Anyone that could be third? I guess. You probably aren't 2K foeing any of these. They're probably someone that's the same class as something that's already slotted, or you're saving them, I would think. Man, that's a nice Leonidas, though. 10, 10, 10, yep. Good shit. I tell you, that's so rare, man. But yeah, everything's 10, 10, 10. Good support list, all these CEs make sense. It's not my favorite CE for Leonidas. It's alright though, it's certainly not bad. There are a few other ones I like better, but it's totally fine. And it lets him double gut sometimes, and you also get the NP gain, which is totally fine for him. Alright, let's see though. It's Carmella. NP5 Carmella though. It's a shame that this dragon's not female. The cool thing is she still does pretty decent damage, although we are at neutral, but her damage output's just fine, even when they're not female. It's just really, really good when they're female. Yeah, I've been thinking about grailing Leonidas myself. Yeah, the support system is really wonky in this game, so it's just a matter of time. Guess I just art chain. She doesn't really need it, but you only make like 1 star extra if you don't kill any of the mobs with Orage, so who cares? I mean, I would imagine in the Fate universe they do have male and female dragons. It's just they don't bother to decide which one they are in gameplay because they're normally just generic dragons. I will say, when you fight famous dragons and stuff, that it's like, from their legends, they are male or female, they really should slap the tag on them, like, why not? Although, I guess a lot of the niches, though, really are... They're not aimed at things that are so unhumanoid, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, if you had a boss fight where you're fighting an enemy Mev and a dragon, and then Mev gives the dragon attack up, that doesn't really make any sense. Pretty sure they removed his gender just so people couldn't figure it out right away. I think that's the whole reason. I don't think there's any like greater meaning behind it in the slightest. Funnily enough, Jolter, lore-wise, can charm things that have the dragon trait. Even if they're not a dragon, like if they're just, you know, dragon blood or whatever. In gameplay, they represent that with the attack boost to dragons, but in lore-wise, you can charm them, which is kind of random. You wouldn't really expect that out of Jolter, out of all people, but, okay, well, definitely doing crit down, because, I like not exploding. I don't know if default was the right pick. I think Atlas might have been better.
いいわ。とてもいいわよ。
Shooting in lore doesn't really charm, it's more like drugging, so not exactly the same thing. Star Bomb, am I gonna heal next turn? Probably. I mean, maybe not. We got the crit down. I'll do Star Bomb, and I'll do Heal Plus on the next one. Well, most of the Otorias have really high magic resist and everything, and willpower, so that it probably wouldn't work actually, but it's hard to say. But magic resist normally makes charm stuff not work. Also, madness enhancement makes charms just not work, period. That's like a bonus for berserkers. What are the fucking... Can we get some crits? We made so many fucking stars, dude. God, that sucks. And we didn't get our MP. What the fuck, dude? We could have gotten so much more value. That's gonna hurt our total performance like quite a lot. That is lame. Well, just make even more stars. Yeah, willpower is another thing, and so yeah, Herc is like triple charm immune. Man, we've lost so much value now. I'm kind of mad. And this crit spread is not what I wanted at all. I wanted the art card to get the crit. I mean, it might, but... Seriously, she's doing 71,000 damage without her defense down buff at neutral against a non-female. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, she does not need her anti-female gimmick to be a really good nuker. She is a great nuker, period. And then if they're female, then it's just crazy good nuking. See if I can heal next turn, try to get the heal bonus. I don't know why I put that last. I wonder if it's worth it to do my heal boost again. It probably is. Yeah, we'll do that. I probably should have been doing that sooner. By the way, I don't think the dragon fits there, so... And that's 81k at neutral against not a female. Man, crit us there. Well, no point in doing crit down when we got the evade up, so... When's the heal coming back? Man, if I played this right, I think she might be able to solo this. I've made some mistakes, and we got really unlucky. I'm not sure, though. I mean, it's a tall order to get another 600k, but... The issue is the next NP. We have to kill him before the next NP. I think I should have brought Atlas, too. These debuffs are gonna be super annoying. And I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have a debuff clear. It's probably gonna do us in. Not the debuff clear, but just like the dot and me not bringing Atlas. And the fucking Buster down. Not a fan of that one. She would be so broken with a bigger hit count. She's one of those units you just could not do that to. Like, you could give Caesar an extra hit count on his quick attack. What the hell is that Buster down? What is that? What the fuck? We had our attack up and defense down, and is that a 50% Buster down? Maybe 40? Jesus Christ, that sucks. Well, we're not killing him before his next NP, so that's probably GG. Debuffs, man. Got the good music, though. That's crazy. Yeah, if you got the right command codes, you got the right CE, you get a little lucky, I could see her being able to solo this. But I'm really surprised by that because the dragon's not female. If it was female, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all, but... damn. Crit versus... Star Bomb. I very much think she can do this, though. I think she might even be able to do it on NA, where you don't have like the better command codes. If you just min-max a little bit, you know, figure out the right MC and CC and for an order and everything, I think she might be able to do it. I think you either bring Atlas or you bring the debuff to their command code. I'm not sure which. But, I'm leaning towards Atlas. All three of her skills are good, and then it can get rid of the Buster Down and the dot, so... Because honestly, this dot, by the end of this, that dot is going to have done a fuckload of damage to us, so getting rid of it is actually a bigger deal than you might think. And Atlas just kind of makes sense to me, because if all three of your skills are good, Atlas is almost always worth it. It's when your skills kind of aren't. Although I will say the heal on the Mystico is nice, but I don't think it's that nice. Man, he fucking crit again. Damn it. Yeah, I think she can do it. We'll have to try that again later, like for realsies. I think she can do that. She has just a lot of things in her favor, and Atlas will also mean you have more uptime on your crit down. Okay, boys, I know it's a shorter stream, but I'm gonna wrap up there. I'm really pooped. I feel like I'm being so lazy when I only stream for a short period of time like this, but it's hard to put on a good show when your brain is... bleh, right? So we'll try to get some good streams soon, though. And isn't there an FGO stream tonight or something? Is that tonight or is that tomorrow? Because they might announce like what the next collab is gonna be. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like they're gonna do a rerun and some like filler stuff. Seems a little too soon for them to announce what the collab is gonna be, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, lads, thank you for hanging out. Let's raid somebody real quick. But yeah, does anyone know if that's tonight or tomorrow? Dude, that was that your Carmela? That was really fun, actually. Yeah, Carmela doing some work there. Hopefully we can try that again later. All right, who am I raiding here? We'll raid Infinity Biscuit. We haven't raided him in a while. Always a good name. Oh god, there's some kind of tier list going on right now. Stream is tomorrow night? Dang. Well, we'll find out then. Alright, boys. Take care.